We are here today in Igloo, the Igloo Vision 360 cylindrical presentation space. It's a UK company that was based out of the Inventor's Nest for the last 3 years, and now they've expanded and they're moving to a much bigger office.
Some of the applications our clients use our technology for is for visualization, experiences, simulation, and collaboration projects. We offer a range of experiences for our products. They range from anything from art design to museum exhibitions, custom bar experiences, for DMX triggers, for scent, sound, sight, anything you can imagine in these environments, we can create.
And I'm sitting in a tactile acoustic device, also known as an emoji-chair, which was an invention developed in 2007 to provide deaf and hard of hearing people with a way to experience music through the sense of touch. But it's since evolved into an incredible experience that links together sound, video, and feeling into a really significant multimodal immersive experience that anybody can enjoy.
And so we all know what a speaker looks like, and it's a cone that has a little centerpiece, usually with a little dome over it. And that's how we project sound through the air into the cochlea of the ear, which detunes the frequencies and tells the brain, Justin Bieber, or whatever you're listening to. So in this chair, we don't have the cones. We are actually just using the transducers, which are the center of the speaker, which is 2 magnets. So when the audio comes in, Justin Bieber, car racing, whatever it is, it makes those magnets vibrate, and typically to create a sound wave. But we are vibrating these waves directly on the body. So I'm sitting in the chair, the vibration of the frequency is going into my body. I stand up, it's off. I sit down, the chair has the vibration going into it, and my brain does what's known as a sensory substitution trick. So the brain thinks it heard something that came in through the cochlea in the ear, such as music or whatever, and decoded that. But actually it didn't come in through here, it came in through my body. And that's called sensory substitution. And what happens is your body really feels like an ear. It becomes an ear. It picks up this information from the vibration, gives you this profound sense that it's in you, and we would use immersion as the best way to describe that.
When I design a speaker, I'm not thinking about how it's ultimately going to look, but how it's going to react to the crossover and the components we put inside. So it is supposed to not add or take anything away. So therefore you won't find any boxes in Tetra. Everything's got a shape to it. And when you think about instruments, there isn't any box-shaped instruments except Bo Diddley's guitar. And that was a gimmick, right? But it worked for him. Maybe the hurdy-gurdy, right? But when you put a box in a room, which is a box, you're actually creating problems. So then you have to now treat the room to deal with the fact that you have these reflections everywhere that are multiplying each other and interfering with the music. So you really do, when you do it properly and you pull all the elements together, it's like making a guitar or an instrument that plays all the instruments, because it's not just a guitar. It's a drum, it's a bass, it's the singer, it's the cymbal over here, it's the background singer over here. And you want every one of those things to have its space and time as it was recorded, and you want to feel like, hey, I'm in the studio with those musicians.
So coming in and meeting Maria here at the Redwood Theatre, I found out about this 360 technology that was upstairs. So when I came in here, I saw everybody using these 360 cameras and stuff, and I don't really, my world is 2D cameras and shooting film style, and multi-camera. So I have a different perspective. And so in seeing this, I thought, okay, that's cool. I think we can shoot 360s. But then I started thinking about and looking at, what is this format? And so the format to work in the Igloo is 8,000 pixels wide by 1,000 pixels high.
And what Keith has developed here is an entirely new way to put 360 video or VR together with multiple shots of 2D images which create a purpose for VR. Well, the whole goal of putting multi-sensory devices together is to create an alternative reality that can transport people into other spaces that can lead to incredible benefits for health, for de-stressing, for a number of therapeutic applications. I think to date it's not common to combine the three senses together, but it is very common to use music as a prescribed therapeutic treatment to help with a number of issues. Not to take away from the Alzheimer's. We know that when people have lost their memory, that with music they can get taken back to a place that they remember. In addition, when you add the tactile, it actually combines with the sound in your auditory cortex to create an entirely new sense based on a combination of touch and sound. And once you add the immersive video, you have created an incredible way to transform somebody's perception from pain or from depression or from any kind of constraints that they're feeling in their life into a world that can really, really be beneficial, so that you can transport yourself out of your situation into anywhere in the world or out of the world that you can imagine.
So there will be the activity, the creativity, TV shows and music specials and dance and circus and magic and all the performing arts that you can imagine. But it's also an exchange of ideas, an exchange, we say the three, it's the arts, letters, and innovation. So we've tried to bring together all of the great artists and the performing artists with the writers and the critical thinkers and the innovators. And when I talk about innovators, it's the mad scientists, it's the not so mad scientists, but it's also the entrepreneurs, which every entrepreneur I know is crazy. They're like me, right? They're an artist, they have to be. Like, they don't think in a normal way, they take risk. And people that are willing to take a risk and can show no fear and go through with gusto and put everything they have into what they're doing, generally it creates something exciting.